what you need to master to get rich. They lied to you. They said, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, save a little, retire at 65. But here's the plot twist. That plan is broken. It sounds reasonable until you actually do the math. By the time you're 65, inflation has eaten your savings alive. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to master if you ever want to escape that trap and actually get rich. Not fake rich like Instagram flexers. I mean real wealth, money that works while you sleep. The kind of rich where Monday mornings feel like Saturdays. That plan? It worked for your grandparents. But your grandparents didn't have Netflix subscriptions, student loan debt, or $9 lattes draining their bank accounts. Today's economy is different. The rules have changed. And if you play the old game with the old rules, you lose. So here's the deal. I'm going to uncover the exact skills you have to master if you want to get rich in this economy. And no, they're not in your school textbooks. Nobody's teaching this in your corporate onboarding. Your friends might not even believe they matter, but that's why they're broke. These are the skills the rich learn quietly, while everyone else is binge-watching shows about other rich people. By the time we're done, you'll know the 3 money skills the top 1% use every single day. The biggest wealth-killing mistake 99% of people make without realizing it. And the mindset shift that turns you from a rat in the race to the person who owns the maze. 1. Master the skill of making money. Let's start with the obvious one. To get rich, you have to be dangerously good at making money. And yet, most people suck at it. They see their salary as the only way to earn. They say to themselves, I could never make money any other way. Or they say, business is too risky. But here's the truth. Your salary is just someone else deciding how much your time is worth. If your boss says you're worth $25 an hour, guess what? That's it. That's the ceiling. It doesn't matter if you pull all-nighters or solve world hunger in a spreadsheet. You still get the same paycheck. The rich don't settle for that. They understand that money follows value creation. They ask, what problem can I solve and who will pay me to solve it? That's why a plumber can charge $250 for a 15-minute job. Not because they're overpriced, but because they rescue you from living without a toilet. And in that moment, they are worth every penny. And here's the beautiful part. Value creation can take many forms. 1. Start a small business that solves a specific problem. 2. Learn a high-income skill, copywriting, coding, public speaking, video production. 3. Sell a product once and keep getting paid for it over and over again. Here's the mindset difference. A broke person hears about a new opportunity and says, this must be nice. A rich person hears the same opportunity and says, how do I make it work or earn from it? One is a wall. The other is a door. And spoiler, the door is rarely locked. So here's your cheat sheet for mastering money making. Learn sales. This is because persuasion is the oxygen of money. If you can't sell an idea, product, or yourself, you're done. Learn marketing. Learn marketing because if nobody knows you exist, they can't give you their money. Invest in yourself, certainly. Your brain is the highest returning asset you will ever own. Here's a painful truth. If you're willing to drop $1,200 on the latest iPhone, but you won't spend $200 on a skill that could earn you an extra $1,000 every month, you don't have a money problem. You have a priority problem. 2. Master the skill of keeping money. Making money is exciting. Keeping money is boring, and that's why most people never do it. I've met people earning $500,000 a year, driving luxury cars, wearing designer clothes, and their savings account looks like a teenager's first summer job. 2 missed paychecks, and they'd be Googling how to sell a Rolex fast. And I've met people who made less than $60,000 a year and still retired millionaires. What's the difference? The second group mastered the art of keeping money from slipping through their fingers. This is where money leaks come in. Most people's finances are like a leaky bucket. You know those tiny expenses you don't think about? They're like termites. You don't see the damage until one day the whole house collapses. That extra streaming subscription you never use? The gym membership you keep for motivation, but haven't used since 2019? That daily $6 latte that's basically an overpriced milkshake with a sprinkle of caffeine? Here's the thing. None of those will make you broke overnight. But put them together year after year, and they delay your financial freedom by decades. Most people treat money like ice cream on a hot day. They let it melt, then complain about the heat. Keeping money comes down to 3 habits. 1. Automate your savings. Make it harder to spend the money you should be investing. Pay yourself first, before the bills, the brunches, and the impulse Amazon orders. 2. Understand taxes. Not knowing how taxes work is like willingly tipping the government extra. Rich people legally reduce their taxes. Broke people just complain about them. 3. Say no, not a fun, but to financial self-sabotage. Learn the difference between enjoying life and setting your future on fire for a weekend in Vegas. Think of money like water in a bucket. If the bucket has holes, it doesn't matter how fast you fill it. You're still going to stay thirsty. 3. Master the skill of multiplying money. This is where money gets fun. Multiplying money means your cash stops being lazy and starts working harder than you do. And the only way to do that is to invest. But here's where people go wrong. Half of them never invest because they think it's too risky. The other half treat investing like a casino, betting everything on meme stocks and crypto because they think they'll get rich overnight. Here's the truth. The rich don't gamble their wealth away. They buy assets, things that produce value over time. That could be businesses, stocks, real estate, intellectual property, things that pay them whether they get out of bed or not. And then they let time and compounding do the heavy lifting. You don't need to be Warren Buffett to multiply money. You just need to learn the basics. They include risk, return, and diversification. Be patient. Wealth is built in decades, not days. Avoid panic. Downturns aren't disasters, they're discounts. Here's a real-world example. If you invested $500 a month in an S&P 500 index fund starting at age 25, by 65, you have over $1 million. And that's without inventing an app, winning a lottery, or marrying someone with a yacht. But you can't multiply money if your mindset is still stuck at, how do I survive until Friday? And that's where the next skill comes in, the one that changes everything, which is skill number 4. Master the skill of thinking rich. You cannot out-earn a broke mindset. If you believe money is evil, you'll subconsciously find ways to avoid it. If you think wealth is for other people, it will never be yours. Your mind is like a thermostat. If you're set at 70 degrees financially and you suddenly hit 90, you'll find ways to lose the extra until you're back at 70. That's why so many lottery winners are broke within 5 years. It's why someone can inherit millions and still end up broke with a used car and a GoFundMe page. And that's simply because they've got the money but not the mindset. Thinking rich means changing your internal thermostat. It means believing you deserve wealth because you create value. Surrounding yourself with people who stretch your thinking, not drain it. Asking, how can I afford this? Instead of, I can't afford this. Here's what you should know. Rich thinking sees a $1,000 course and asks, could this help me make $10,000 or more this year? Broke thinking sees the same course and says, that's too expensive. Same price, different mindset, different outcome. Now, the 5th thing you need to master is mastering the skill of time leverage. Money is renewable. Time is not. The rich don't just make money. They make time. They delegate. They automate. They buy back hours of their life. If you're doing everything yourself, you've capped your income at the speed of your own hands. Want to double your output? Hire someone to do the things you're bad at. Want to scale your business? Build systems so work happens without you. Want to have more free time? Stop saying yes to busy work. That doesn't move the needle. Here's the picture. You can either be the chef, the waiter, the dishwasher, and the cashier. Or you can own the restaurant and cash the checks. One path burns you out. The other builds you up. Lastly, let me remind you of the single biggest wealth killer. It's not lack of opportunities. We live in an age where you can literally start a business from your phone, in your pajamas, while eating leftover pizza. If you got Wi-Fi and thumbs, you've got an opportunity. It's not inflation. Yeah, prices are up, but so are the number of ways to make money. If inflation were the villain, millionaires would have gone extinct decades ago. It's not even taxes. Sure, taxes take a bite, but they're like mosquitoes, annoying, but you can still have a great picnic if you prepare. No, the biggest wealth killer is inaction, and inaction is sneaky. It hides in reasonable-sounding excuses. I'll start investing when I make more money. I just need to take one more course before I launch. I'll wait until the economy settles down. The economy has never settled down. It's like waiting for the ocean to stop having waves. Most people don't fail because the game is too hard. They fail because they never step onto the field. Think about it. Every skill I've talked about here, making money, keeping it, multiply it, thinking rich, leveraging time, they're all learnable. None of them require a 180 IQ or billionaire parents. But here's the trap. When you're not used to taking action, your brain gets really good at pretending you are. You watch YouTube videos about investing. You read books about starting a business. You bookmark 100 motivational quotes on Instagram, and you feel productive, but nothing in your actual life changes. That's fake action, mental cardio that never burns any real calories. Real action is messy. It means making your first awkward sales call. It means investing that first $100 and fighting the urge to check it every 5 minutes. It means putting yourself out there and risking looking stupid, because the upside is worth it. Let me be blunt. If you're waiting until you feel ready, you will be waiting forever. When people say, I'll start when the timing's right, what they really mean is, I'm scared and I'm hoping the universe send me a handwritten invitation. The universe does not send invitations. It sends opportunities disguised as work. And here's the kicker. You don't master these skills and then take action. You master these skills by taking action. You start making money by charging for something today, not after your perfect website is done. You learn to keep money by saving $20 this week, not after you finally pay off every last debt. You multiply money by investing small amounts consistently, not waiting until you magically have thousands lying around. Action first, mastery second, because wealth doesn't show up one day and tap you on the shoulder. It's built brick by brick, every decision, every risk, every step into the uncomfortable. And here's the part most people miss. You're not just playing for money. You're playing for freedom. Freedom from bosses, from debt, from living life on someone else's terms. That freedom has a price. You have to start. So, if you're still listening to me right now, this is your sign. Not a motivational poster, not a billionaire's memoir, not a lucky break. This, right now, start. Start small. Start messy. Start scared. Just start. Because nobody stumbles into wealth. You don't trip over a pile of money on the sidewalk. You earn it. You build it. You take it. And once you start, something funny happens. Momentum kicks in. Opportunities find you. And suddenly, you're not chasing wealth anymore. You're creating it. So the question isn't, will you get rich? The question is, when you look back 5 years from now, will you wish you started today? If you want more no-fluff, straight-talking money advice videos like this one, subscribe, leave a like, and drop your comments. New videos drop every week, and I'll see you in the next one.